There are a lot of people that looked at this Jimmy Butler era in Miami and felt like it was underwhelming because he didn't win a ring. Reminder, the Miami Heat had fucking LeBron James on his team for 4 years and Dwayne Wade on his team for 15. Jimmy Butler has 7 of the 10 best performances by a Miami Heat playoff performer. Game 5, 35, 12, and 11. When this brother bent over the stanchion because he was so tired, that was real. He was doing everything. When the reality is, Jimmy Butler is a fucking dog.
As a Miami Heat fan, this is a hard video to make, man. So I just got out the shower, and as of me recording this, Jimmy Butler is on the Golden State Warriors. So we all knew it was happening soon. He was gonna get shipped off somewhere, but it still just hurts, man. It still just hurts to make this video. The full details of it: the Warriors are sending Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, slow ass jump shot, and top 10 protected 2025 first round pick to the Heat for Jimmy Butler. So, first off, I want to get into what this means for the Warriors, and then I'll talk about the Heat side of things, and then I just got a little something I want to say at the end. So, starting off with the Warriors, this definitely moves the needle for them in terms of their standings and where they place in the playoffs. Which isn't really saying much, to be honest, because the Warriors are the 10th seed right now, and um, anyone that's been watching basketball knows just how slow of a decline the Warriors have been on. So, but with that being said, I don't want to count them out just because I low key feel like this is a really good fit for Jimmy and the Warriors. Let me preference this though. I don't think the Warriors are a contender by any means, or that they're going to make some sort of deep playoff run. But the reason I say this is because, number one, the Warriors are a team who, what was it, 2, 3 years ago, the 2022 finals, I don't think anybody expected them to make as deep of a run as they did, let alone win the fucking finals. Um, I mean, everybody that year was just playing at a whole different level, and that was like the last true peak of Steph Curry we saw. But nobody expected them to make as deep a run as they did, and obviously with Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat, he's led this team to several just deep playoff runs that nobody expected. Um, 2 finals appearances, an Eastern Conference Finals appearance. You get a really good on-ball defender, just a great defender in general. Another person who can create their own shot, and with this team, he's gonna have less of a responsibility to handle the ball, which I think will be a good thing for him. And you have that other star that you were looking for, so I think it's a nice trade for the Warriors. They're obviously desperate to, capitalize on Curry's final years with this franchise and just his career in general. Um, but again, I don't think that they are going to go on a deep run, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised at all. With the Heat, I'm not mad at this trade at all. We had to get rid of Jimmy. We had to ship him off, obviously. That's been the talk for the past 2 months, is this whole Jimmy Butler saga with where's he going to go, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like we could have got a little bit more with this trade, if I'm being honest. I don't totally love it. Like I said, we get Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and then the main thing I like about this is the protected first round pick. The fact that the Warriors were able to keep, Kuminga, the other young guys on that team, I feel like that's been a theme with just the trades in general this year, is how teams have been able to keep their young core. But the fact that we couldn't get any of those young pieces on that team to, build with is a little disappointing. But again, this team is currently in the process of starting a rebuild. So I just wish, like, if we were going to trade Jimmy, we would have just done it, like, last year or, like, 2 years ago and then went full rebuild mode just to capitalize on everything. Yeah, it just still hurts to, realize that Jimmy is not on this team anymore. Um, and the last thing I want to say is I just want to say thank you to Jimmy Butler. I get the fans that are frustrated with how he handled this whole thing, but at the same time, I wish things got handled better too with this whole finale to his career on Miami. But you got to realize these have been a great past 5 years having him on this team. Because, like I said earlier, 2 finals appearances, an Eastern Conference Finals appearance. He just really gave us some of the most incredible basketball that I've seen with my time watching the NBA. That 2023 finals run where people were literally saying it was like a Cinderella run. It literally felt like something out of like a college basketball tournament. Um, but yeah, I just want to say thank you to Jimmy Butler. Thank you to all the amazing moments on this team. Just really being a player who puts it all on the floor every game that he plays. Most games. I know people say he kind of coasts during the playoffs, but Jimmy Butler's a fucking dog, man. He's my second favorite NBA player. Russell Westbrook is really what got me to fall in love with basketball, and I think he'll always be my favorite NBA player of all time. But Jimmy is that next guy that I just really love to watch on a night in, night out basis, especially, like how he elevates in the playoffs and everything. But yeah, man. Thank y'all for watching, and yeah, deuces.